Hey everyone, and welcome back to another review. Today we are going to be looking at the MSI B450 Plus Bazooka motherboard. So starting things off, it supports Ryzen 1 and 2. It has a AM4 socket with support up to DDR4 RAM up to 333 GHz. What I find interesting about this board is the dual RGB headers at the top of the motherboard and one at the bottom. And it's also not common for that to be seen in most motherboards in 2018. It also has two USB 3.1 connectors inside the motherboard. A first look at the nice motherboard, and you can see it will be in this anti-static bag. You'll get the motherboard inside the DVD driver where they can install, but who on earth has a CD drive in 2018? User manuals, a quick installation guide, I/O shielding, SATA 6GB cables, case bridge, I don't know what's that, VIP card, because you're gonna act cool, and an M.2 screw that, as the motherboard supports M.2. For I/O at the back of the motherboard, you will get a DVI display port, HDMI ports, that's if your processor has integrated graphics, a BIOS flashback button, a PS/2 support, which is very old, and under that you'll find two USB 2.0 ports. Next to those you have two USB 3.1 ports, a bank of two, and another bank of, first of all, two USB 3.1 ports and a LAN port on top of those 3.1 ports, and then come in next to that with your audio ports. Okay, so now let's talk what you'll find in the motherboard. So with the motherboard, you'll have at the bottom of it, you have your audio connector, your RGB header, your serial port connector, your TPM module connector, your parallel connector, your clear BIOS jumper, your first USB 3.1 Gen 1 connector, and next to that you have your USB 2.0 connector, and then another 3.1 connector followed by another USB 2.0 connectors. From the right side of the board, you'll find your front panel, your two front panel connectors. The first one is for your buttons like powering on, and then the last one would be for your buzzers. I don't know why you would have buzzers, because this motherboard can tell you what's wrong to debug LEDs. Here's the wiring diagram. It comes in the manual also. On top of your case connectors, you'll find two banks of two SATA 6GB connectors. On top of that, you'll find a motherboard, your 24-pin connector. Then after that, you have two system fans. At the top of the board, you'll find your CPU fan connector, your CPU power connector, and lastly, the wonderful RGB header right at the top. To hold down your motherboard, there's 8 screws holding it down, so you need to have 8 mounting brackets for your screws to thread into. The BIOS for this motherboard is really simple to use, with an easy mouse and keyboard inputs that you can use to change the values for overclocking. For overclocking, it's really simple as long as you have ample cooling performance, such as an AIO. Then you can get the clock multiplier up to 3.9 GHz. I tried 4 GHz, but somehow it just crashes. I suspect that I need more voltage, but I'm not gonna risk blowing up my CPU at this point. You can use the app called MSI Command Center just to let you overclock the CPU in real time, so you don't have to keep on going to the BIOS. But once you hit 4 GHz, somehow it freezes your operating system, and then you have to manually restart. The MSI Command Center also has an app that you can use on your phone to control your computer, but then I tried tinkering around with that and it doesn't seem to work. So yeah, I don't know why that it ain't working, but it is the case. So if you can get it working, please tell me in the comment section down below. Lastly, for the most important part of any PC build is RGB. The motherboard comes with its own set of RGB lights at the right hand side of the board. It's also accompanied by two RGB headers to add more flair to your PC build. To control the lights, you can use MSI Mystic Light software, which I wish it had a bit more functions to it other than just flashing and strobing. Other than that, it's a really good budget motherboard I'll find, and with features that you want in a 2018 PC build. And other than that, it doesn't really have AMD Crossfire, but then if you're in the budget category, which this motherboard is in, you probably won't be buying more than one graphics card. I would definitely recommend this board to other people who are building a budget system or just want to experience AMD for the first time like me, because I just came from Intel and I find AMD has a lot more performance in there. So other than that, if you guys enjoyed this short review, please leave a like, subscribe, share, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Peace out.